Hello and welcome. I hope you are doing super duper well today. If you are new here, hello. My name is Alex, or Artem Alex, whichever. Um, I am a philosopher, and here we talk about philosophy and such. But other than that, did you notice that Netflix recently dropped one of the best 90s movies? I don't know, maybe not one of the best. It's kind of a weird one, but one of my favorite childhood films, Liar Liar, starring Jim Carrey. It's a fantastic movie. Out of a limited selection of DVDs, it was definitely one of my favorite go-tos as a kid. But it's strange. Why is the lying terribly, terribly wrong? Because it's a heartbreaking movie about a kid who wants more time with his dad. Which also got me thinking, though, he never lies to his kid. He just breaks promises. It's one of the saddest childhood movies. It's not one of the saddest. It's definitely in the top 10, though. Saddest childhood movies out there. And I've watched it a few times in preparation for this video, and so there's that. As a little refresher here, the movie Liar Liar is about Jim Carrey as a defense attorney, to which, if you don't know, a defense attorney defends bad guys and kinda has to lie to do it, right? You know, tell the bad guys his side of the story. But most importantly, he is a father, and a kind of neglectful one at that. And so truly the movie is about a neglectful father whose son makes a magical wish that his dad can't make lies anymore. And so with that, we have the liar liar, the guy who can't make one single at all attempt at lying for 24 hours. Of course, that is a magic wish, so it's 24 hours. Midnight to midnight sort of deal. But again, Jim Carrey, or Fletcher, is a defense attorney, and so really he has to lie for his job. And so in finding out about the magical wish, he has to convince his son he has to lie. He has to convince a child why lying is okay. Lying is never okay. Never, ever, never once okay. But at the same time, Fletcher does lie out a number of cases in which it is okay. You know, when your mom was pregnant, did you want me to tell her how much of a whale she looked like? Stuff like that. The classic, you know, do you want me to tell your mom she got a big old butt? In these days, that's a pretty big compliment, but
If I'd have told Mommy she looked like a cow, it would have hurt her feelings, understand?
My teacher tells me real beauty's on the inside.
That's just something ugly people say.
the real question is, can you lie under certain circumstances? Is it okay? According to Immanuel Kant's deontology, duty-based ethics, we have a duty very much so like the golden rule, and this formally goes against most other things like consequentialism, where it has everything to do with the consequences, or virtue ethics, where it has everything to do with being virtuous. But really, duties just have to do with what you would want done unto you versus not unto others. The golden rule. His first step in this: act as if the maxim of your action were to become through your will a universal law of nature. And in this, we can see what we do must be applied to every single thing ever, everywhere, forever. Secondly, Act in such a way that you will always treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of any other, never simply as a means, but always as the same as an end. Philosophers write things so complicatedly, but in short, never use someone else as a means to an end. Don't use people as a tool to get what you want done. In the golden rule, you wouldn't want someone to use you as a tool, right? Thirdly, so act that your will can regard itself at the same time as making universal law through its maxims. This third step in the categorical imperative, Kant's ontology, circles back to the first step, in which we are creating universal laws. If you were the king, what would your rules be? What would your laws be in how you can make every single person happy as you would want to be happy? Right? In short, in being the king of your castle, be the best king and be good to yourself, but also be good to your kingdom as well. Like, act as if each and every one of your kingdom's civilians, populations, every single person is you. And if every other person is you, how would you want to be treated? And how do you want to treat other people in that as well? And I think that is a very beautiful philosophy, and it's something that I try to live by as well. And one of the major reasons why I've fallen in love with Kant's philosophy is the fact that he has created so few examples of what is actually wrong in any case, because he thoroughly implies ethnocentrism, being a racist. Don't think other cultures are wrong just because you think what they're doing is wrong. No, it's just wrong in your own culture, and it's perfectly right in their own culture. No, 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 no. No. With that, what is bad? What is wrong? What is actually morally wrong? I don't know. Like lying. Lying to other people. The most common example in this is, say, a killer is at the door and they're like, "Where's so and so?" And they're in the other room and and you want to lie to them, right? Well, in your trying to protect so and so, you lie to the other person and end up maybe killing yourself in the meantime. Okay? For all you know, so and so is a complete accomplice and they're just looking for their friend, their buddy. No, that's never what the professors say. But I think the best examples lie in the movie Liar Liar, because you can check out every single facet of what lying is. And so that's really what I want to get down and dirty with today. Like I briefly brought up before, the other two main philosophies that exist, categories, if you will, consequentialism and virtue ethics, we all kind of use a, trifecta of these in our daily lives, of our duties, consequences, and virtues. But mostly we do kind of use these as an excuse to do white lies because we want good consequences. We don't want a great outcome. It's our courage, our virtue of being a good person, and what are other virtues? There's courage, there's honor, just trying to make other people happy, and our duty of trying to make other people happy. We tell these little white lies. And in the beginning of the movie Liar Liar, Fletcher goes on an escapade of white lies. I don't know which order they go in, but he tells the big guy, you're looking skinny today. He tells the girl with the insane hair that it looks fantastic. He tells the nobody that he completely knows his name when he does not. But these are white lies that we tell ourselves are okay. But are they okay? According to Kant, they are not okay. And according to Max, the little boy who wishes Fletcher to not lie, they are not okay to him either. Or does he not understand? For Kant, lying can only be seen as using people as a means to an end, as a tool for your own use in what you want, even in the case of a white lie, and almost especially in the case of a white lie. The largest reason in this, though, is that when you lie to someone, you are changing their entire perspective of what the world is. You are taking away their autonomy. I was talking to my father about this, and he says that the guy Mikhail Bakhtin, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly because I didn't read any of his stuff myself, but he says that lying is like assault. So think about that. So in talking to my father about this script idea, he says that it's all about your intentions. And Kant agrees with this, that in this, we are not hoping for what the outcome most definitely is, like in consequentialism, but our duty is our intention to be good. We are always intending to be good with our duty to be better to everyone. And so in lying to someone, we should never intend to take away their autonomy, to assault them with lies, to literally change their entire scope of what is real. If my butt looks big in these jeans, tell me. If I got a gross panty line, I want to know, okay? Don't literally make me think one thing and then I go out and realize, like, here's a better example. I got something in my teeth. You don't want to tell me? Way to literally embarrass me in front of everyone who just saw me. You just literally took away my choice. Okay? Well, I don't want to bring out the big choice word, but imagine lying to someone about that, Eyebrow, wink, wink. The freedom of choice is very important, but that's not what we're talking about today. But again, in lying to someone, we are making a choice for them. We are choosing what they either want to know or need to know in versus what you want them to know, what you need them to know. So yes. Is it using someone as a means to an end? Is it using someone as a tool to get what you want, to tell someone what they want to know or what they need to know or how they want to hear it, blah, blah, blah? Yes. And I gotta shout out for the girl with the insane hair in the movie. I think if she was looking for an honest opinion, she wouldn't have asked. But maybe not. In my family, when we show each other art, we do tend to say Do you want criticism or no? And sometimes we say no. No, I just want you to look at it and tell me how great it is. Other times it's like, no, can you fix the literal autonomy? I can't I can't do this. I need you to do it. Um, but that's lying for you. I guess personally in my family, honesty is the best policy, and so that's what I go for. And circling back to virtue ethics, what we can tell from lying in its opposite, it would be the truth, right? But as virtues are kind of virtues and they're not really like actions, they are, you know, what are they? They're adjectives. They're concepts. There's social concepts. They're adjectives. There's courage. You can be courageous. You're a truth teller. But it's not a real action. And the movie Liar Liar puts forth the most perfect, absolute best, what is the actual opposite of lying. And this is promises. Promises.
Your father is sorry. He had to work.
He said he was gonna be here. He promised.
I know, but he promises that he's gonna see you tomorrow.
And so I was watching the movie and I kept thinking, Fletcher's not literally lying to Max. Not to his face, just to everyone all around him at work. And, you know, I don't know. He doesn't really lie to him, right? But then you actually watch it and you're like, no, he's making promises all day long that he cannot keep. And his ex-wife says, if you keep breaking this little boy's heart, I'm gonna move him away. We're gone. I can't do this anymore. Like I said, it's not a happy movie. It's just a silly Jim Carrey movie. No, it's a sad, neglectful father movie. What the F? But that is why Max wishes for him to not be able to lie, because he is constantly breaking promises. And so even if Fletcher means to go out wrestling to the wrestling match or means to go out to the baseball, he is not, right? He's breaking these promises. You know, the word intention is a little difficult because maybe he actually did intend to and something came up.
Right.
It's true. I really want to see Max today. How about that? I really do.
But he actually just made choices to do something else in the meantime. So he did intend to do it, but he purposefully went and slept with his boss instead of going to his mother effing son's birthday party because he thought it would get him a leg up in the job. No, it just got him a leg up in the job. Ugh, gross. Anyways, yeah, this got me thinking about common language. You know, when you're just talking to someone and they're like, oh my gosh, do you promise? They are asking you if you are 100% telling the truth. If you are not giving them any fibs whatsoever. Oh my gosh, do you promise? You promise me? Okay, no one really says that in modern day colloquialisms, but like maybe like, are you for real? Like, are you for real? Are you kidding me? Is like a much more modern way to say that, but it's the same thing. Like, you promise you're not lying right now? You're not lying? The truth is, like, if Max had made a wish that if Fletcher couldn't make a promise he couldn't keep, this would not make for a very fun movie. He would have, actually probably picked him up from school and gone out to baseball, and then his wife would have never, like, actually almost been on a plane and all that goodness. No, it would have been a 100% not a different same sort of comedy, because not being able to tell a lie is a great sort of comedy. That's hilarious, especially like when he tells his boss that she's a terrible lay. That's funny. That's fun stuff. That's childhood hilarity. No, I'm just making a joke about how, why was that, it was such a great childhood movie. It's so both sad and sexual at the same time. But yeah, in conclusion, if the semantics of the wish were different, the movie would have been very, very different. Because lying is 100% bad. It's bad 100% of the time. I don't know what else to say. I think it's a fantastic movie. I think, the wish ended up getting the dad and the kid way closer together. It made him potentially a better lawyer, but not really. He kind of just spun the case in a way to tell the truth where he could still win, and he still felt bad about it, but like it's because he was a better father now. Overall, the whole like not using people as a means to an end in Liar Liar is basically like, don't get people's hopes up. Don't make people think you're a better person than you actually are, and then quickly show them that you're not the person that you're telling them that you are. In using people, that's just like a bad way to use people. It's like picking up a tool and instantly breaking it, right? So it kind of goes to show, if you're going to pick up all your tools and break them, they're all going to be broken and then move to Pittsburgh or Manhattan or wherever.
You can't move to Boston. I'll never see Max.
Well, then you'll have pretty much the same relationship you have with him now, won't you?
It's a fantastic learning movie on how to be a better parent. Because if you're out there breaking all your tools, being a piece of shit, no one's gonna like you. And that's why your wife probably, is gonna date the literal, like, glass of milk over here. The dorkiest of dorks to get her safety net, right? Ugh. Thanks, Dad.
Hey, great gift, Dad.
Thanks, son.
I watched that movie, like, literally, like, 4 times in preparation for this, but okay, long story short, I hope you super enjoyed this video. I have done a video on Kant's categorical imperative in / deontology before, but not specifically why he says lying is bad. And so, I hope that that's cool and it doesn't seem like the same video. But if you didn't watch that one, it does go over the whole categorical imperative way, way more, like further in depth of the 3 steps. At least I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain I made that video. I'm really questioning myself now. I also made this pretty picture for this video. Maybe I'll scan it and put it on my Etsy as a downloadable or something. I don't know. Whatever, guys. I'm really, really happy you stuck here all the way to the end. I super duper appreciate you so much. And let me know if you know of any other great movies that like kind of tackle philosophical concepts, but not in a huge way, like The Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. I kind of like happy movies, like I don't know, Over the Hedge, Hoodwinked, that sort of stuff. With that, I will bid you adieu, and thank you so much again. I hope you have a super pleasant rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the flip flop. Okay, I love you. Bye.
For one of these days